Have you ever watched a single raindrop hit a calm lake? That tiny splash, almost imperceptible, sets off a chain reaction of ripples that transform the entire surface. Our lives are no different. Today, we're diving into the hidden power of micro-actions, those seemingly insignificant choices that, when consistently applied, can reshape our entire existence. Not long ago, I spoke about the concept of the mighty decision, that pivotal moment when we commit to transforming our lives. But sometimes, those grand gestures can feel overwhelming. They paralyze us with their magnitude. So today, we're exploring a different approach, one that might seem contradictory at first, but could be the key to unlocking lasting change. What exactly is a micro-action? It's a tiny shift in behavior, so small you might not even notice it at first. Here are some examples: putting down your phone for the first 10 minutes after waking up, skipping that nightly TV episode every other day while you fall asleep, taking 3 deep breaths before responding to a stressful email. These actions seem trivial, but that's precisely their power. They fly under the radar of our resistance to change. Research in neuroscience and psychology reveals why microactions work. They bypass our brain's fear response to big changes. Each successful microaction releases dopamine, reinforcing the behavior. Over time, they rewire neural pathways, making new habits feel natural. Think of it like erosion. A steady trickle of water can carve canyons through solid rock, given enough time. Our brains are wired for homeostasis, maintaining the status quo. It's a survival mechanism gone awry in our modern world. Microactions gently nudge us out of our comfort zones without triggering those ancient alarm bells. Imagine you're trying to redirect a massive ship. A sudden sharp turn risks capsizing, but a series of tiny course corrections, maintained over time, can completely alter your destination. That's the essence of microactions. Let's explore some real-world scenarios where microactions shine. 1. Financial health. Skip one small impulse purchase per week. Round up every transaction to the nearest dollar and save the difference. 2. Physical well-being. Do 5 push-ups immediately after brushing your teeth. Swap one sugary drink for water each day. 3. Mental clarity. Practice 1 minute of mindfulness while waiting in line. Write down 3 gratitude affirmations before bed, even if they're tiny. The key is consistency, not intensity. Remember, we're playing the long game here. Here's where things get really interesting. These tiny actions don't exist in isolation. They create a ripple effect, influencing other areas of our lives in unexpected ways. That moment of mindfulness might improve your patience with a difficult coworker. Skipping the late-night TV binge could lead to better sleep, boosting your productivity the next day. One of the most powerful applications of microactions is in developing our ability to let go. We all have habits, thought patterns, and emotional responses that no longer serve us, but trying to eliminate them wholesale often backfires. Instead, practice letting go in tiny increments. Notice one negative self-talk statement and consciously release it. Allow yourself to be wrong in a low-stakes situation without defending yourself. Leave one item off your to-do list without guilt. Each time you successfully let go of something small, you're strengthening that mental muscle for bigger challenges. There's a concept in Taoism called Wu Wei, often translated as effortless action or non-doing. It's the idea that by aligning ourselves with the natural flow of things, we can accomplish more with less struggle. Micro-actions tap into this wisdom. They don't fight against our nature, but work with it, creating change through a series of almost effortless shifts. The true power of micro-actions lies in their adaptability. This isn't a one-size-fits-all approach, but a flexible framework you can mold to fit your unique circumstances and aspirations. Let's dive into a step-by-step process for designing your own micro-action plan. 1. Begin by clarifying your ultimate goal. What's the big picture change you're seeking? Maybe it's improved physical health, enhanced creativity, or stronger relationships. Be specific, but don't get bogged down in the details just yet. 2. Now, break that lofty goal into its component parts. What daily or weekly actions would someone living that ideal life take? List everything, no matter how small. For health, it might include drinking water, taking walks, or preparing meals at home. 3. Here's where micro-actions truly shine. From your list, choose an action so tiny it almost seems pointless. Drink one extra sip of water, walk to your mailbox and back, chop one vegetable. The key is to make it so easy that your brain can't conjure up excuses. But don't stop there. Set yourself up for success by optimizing your environment. A. The proximity principle. Arrange your space so that tools for your desired micro-actions are easily accessible, while potential distractions are less convenient. For instance, place a water bottle within arm's reach. Keep a book on your nightstand, but move the TV remote to a drawer. Put your running shoes by the front door. Store healthy snacks at eye level in your fridge, with less healthy options tucked away. B. Visual cues. Use subtle reminders in your environment to prompt your micro-actions. Stick a small note on your bathroom mirror to remind you of your daily affirmation. Use a colorful yoga mat as a visual invitation to stretch. Keep a gratitude journal visible on your desk. C. Friction reduction. Minimize the steps needed to start your micro-action. Pre-pack your gym bag. Set out your vitamins the night before. Prep ingredients for healthy meals in advance. By combining ridiculously small actions with strategic environmental design, you're not just relying on willpower. You're creating a path of least resistance towards your desired behavior, making it almost effortless to follow through on your micro-actions. 4. Commit to your chosen micro-action for just 1 week. This short time frame makes it psychologically easier to stick with, while still providing enough data to assess its impact. Set a clear start and end date. 5. After your week, take stock. How did it feel? Did you notice any ripple effects in other areas of your life? Use this information to adjust your approach. Maybe you're ready to incrementally increase the action, or perhaps you need to make it even smaller. 6. Based on your reflection, decide on your next step. You might continue with the same micro-action, modify it slightly, or add a new one. The goal is gradual, sustainable expansion of your positive habits. Remember, this process isn't about achieving perfection. It's about creating a feedback loop of small wins and continuous improvement. Each micro-action is a data point, teaching you more about yourself and how you can effectively create change in your life. Now, even with their inherent simplicity, micro-actions aren't immune to challenges. Let's explore some common obstacles you might encounter and strategies to overcome them. 1. In our instant gratification culture, the slow burn of micro-actions can feel frustratingly glacial. Your brain, accustomed to quick dopamine hits, may rebel against this gradual approach. Solution: reframe your timeline. Instead of focusing on day-to-day changes, zoom out. Imagine where these tiny actions could lead in 6 months or a year. Create a visual representation of this long-term impact: a graph, a vision board, or a written description of your future self. 2. The consistency conundrum. Life has a way of derailing even our best intentions. You might start strong but find your micro-actions slipping through the cracks as days get busy. Solution: harness the power of habit stacking. Anchor your new micro-action to an existing, well-established habit. For example, if you always brush your teeth in the morning, use that as a trigger for your micro-action. The existing neural pathway makes it easier for your brain to adopt the new behavior. 3. The invisibility dilemma. Because micro-actions are so small, their impact can be hard to perceive. This can lead to discouragement and abandonment of the practice. Solution: implement a tracking system. Keep a simple journal or use a habit tracking app to log your micro-actions. This serves 2 purposes. It makes the invisible visible, and it creates a sense of progress and accomplishment. Over time, you'll be able to look back and see the cumulative effect of your tiny efforts. 4. The scope creep syndrome. As you start to feel the benefits of your micro-actions, there's a temptation to rapidly increase their scope or add multiple new actions at once. This can quickly become overwhelming. Solution: embrace the +1 principle. If you feel ready to expand, add just one tiny increment to your existing action or introduce one new micro-action. Give yourself time to fully integrate this change before considering further additions. 5. The all-or-nothing fallacy. Missing a day or slipping back into old habits can trigger a sense of failure, leading to completely abandoning your efforts. Solution: cultivate a growth mindset. View setbacks as learning opportunities rather than failures. If you miss a day, simply resume your micro-action the next day without self-recrimination. Remember, it's the long-term trend that matters, not daily perfection. 6. The comparison trap. In the age of social media, it's easy to fall into comparing your micro-actions to others' seemingly grander achievements. Solution: practice micro-gratitude for your efforts. Each time you complete your micro-action, take a moment to acknowledge and appreciate your commitment to personal growth. This internal validation can help insulate you from unhelpful comparisons. 7. The perceived impossibility barrier. Sometimes, even the tiniest change can feel overwhelmingly difficult. You might tell yourself, I can't possibly fall asleep without the TV on, or I absolutely need my phone first thing in the morning. Solution: challenge your assumptions. When a micro-action feels impossibly hard, it's time to examine the beliefs underlying that resistance. Try this approach. A. Identify the belief. I can't sleep without TV. B. Question its validity. Is this objectively true, or has it become a self-fulfilling prophecy? C. Reframe it as an experiment. What if I try sleeping without TV for just 5 minutes? D. Start even smaller. Instead of turning off the TV completely, try lowering the volume slightly each night. E. Explore the root need. What is the TV providing? Comfort? Distraction? Brainstorm alternative ways to meet that need. These deeply ingrained habits often serve a purpose. By understanding that purpose, you can find creative, less disruptive ways to meet those needs while still implementing your micro-actions. So I invite you to embark on your own micro-action journey. Start with just one tiny change, something so small you can't talk yourself out of it. Commit to it for 30 days. Watch how it ripples through your life in unexpected ways. And remember, the smallest actions done consistently hold the power to reshape your entire world. Your life is waiting to be transformed, one micro-action at a time. Share your micro-action commitment in the comments, subscribe for more insights on personal growth, and let's create a ripple effect of positive change together. Thank you for watching.